I'm dating in my 30s. I'm fucking tired. Tired of dating, tired of apps.
Because I don't think when you're younger, you fantasize about it. Like, you fantasize about dating in your 20s, like, oh my God, what's it gonna be like? And I'm gonna go on all these dates. And you rarely think about it in your 30s because you're like, oh, well, I'll be married by then. And then when you're not, you're like, well, what is this?
I just had to hang up on somebody because it was like, this conversation's literally going nowhere.
I keep getting hit on by 19-year-olds. My situation is that I could be their mom.
I gave the nice guy a chance and he has been my biggest disappointment so far.
Something has gone extremely wrong. How am I in my 30s and people are now more confused?
Females are confused by the time they hit their 30s. Why are they not married? See, in their prime years, they've always had options. In their 30s, they begin to realize it's not you who holds the keys to marriage. It's always a man. You only hold the keys to who you let through your legs. So now they're actually beginning to see the harsh reality of what happens when you become a modern female and what that really looks like.
I don't know if anyone else feels like this, but I feel like I'm coming to a really sad realization that I might just be single forever. I've been single for 5 years and I honestly don't know if I can see myself being in a relationship. Like, I'm so emotionally exhausted to the point where recently I don't even know if I want kids. Like, I actually don't know. Like, in theory, that would be great. It's not like 100% no, but really can't see that right now in my future. It's really sad. Like, something else that I've realized, being someone who I think is conventionally attractive, a lot of guys just want to pursue you for their ego, and I'm just over it. I'm so over it. Yeah.
Listen, all I know is that something has well and truly shifted. I heard a creator say that situationships are low IQ behavior, and I could not agree more. Coming from someone who literally I spent most part of my life just in 2 long-term relationships where I just found them really easy to get into. You just meet someone that you like, you go on dates, you get in a relationship, and you try your best. And unfortunately for me, those relationships didn't work out, and I found myself single in like my early 30s. But everything in God's timing, so I thought it's fine. At least if I do meet someone in my 30s, they will be more sure of themselves and they will have some clarity about what they want for themselves, where they're going in life. But oh my, something has gone extremely wrong. How am I in my 30s and people are now more confused? What I've learned is people don't mind wasting their time. They do not mind building connections with people for the sake of it. Like, I'm very purpose driven. If I'm doing something, I want to know why I'm doing it. I'm doing it intentionally. But what I've learned is a lot of people in their 30s just want to speak to each other. There is no goal. Why would you want to waste your time on a slow road to nowhere? Anyway, something has really shifted. I don't know what it is, but it's actually quite scary. The fact that grown people would rather have casual interactions than actually be with someone they can build the rest of their life with is insane to me. Like, are we going to be situationshipping in our 50s? I don't understand. Anyway, the point is, he's right, it is low IQ behavior, because nobody with a decent IQ would want to waste their time talking to someone for the sake of it. It makes 0 sense.
I just need a rant about dating in your 30s. So recently, I'm trying to get back into the dating scene, but what I'm dealing with is like needing help to book something. Like, you're a full grown man, I'm sure you know how to book something. I'm being followed, unfollowed, matched, unmatched, like playing games. I'm like, what is this? And then like messaging with no intention of actually catching up. It's just like I've just all of a sudden got a pen pal. Guys, what the fuck? Like, seriously, I'm all about giving guys a chance and all the things. Like, I'm really ready to date, but this is just actually a headache. And I remember now why I didn't go on a date for like 2 years.
This is the most consistent thing I find with females who complain about the reality of modern dating. They put the most amount of effort with the wrong guy, the least amount of effort in the right guy, especially in their prime years. By the time they hit 30, now they have become the least desired in the dating market. So whether the guy is the right guy or the wrong guy, he is exercising his choices. And when it comes to a female who's in her 30s, she is not going to be seen as the woman who's going to be his wife or the woman he wants to spend the rest of his life life with, he is going to see her as a placeholder until he does find a one.
Because I don't think when you're younger, you fantasize about it. Like, you fantasize about dating in your 20s, like, oh my God, what's it going to be like? And I'm going to go on all these dates. And you rarely think about it in your 30s because you're like, oh, well, I'll be married by then. And then when you're not, you're like, well, what is this? What is dating in your 30s?
Yeah, do you even call it a boyfriend?
You're basically his boss. Like, one of my girlfriends texted me the other day, like, okay, this is a perfect example. In my 20s, if someone didn't send an Uber for me to go out on a date, I would think nothing of it. We live in New York City. Yeah, of course, I'm going to meet you there. There's no like, let me pick you up in New York City because whatever. Now, if I'm in my 30s, if a guy doesn't offer to send me an Uber to like dinner, I'm not going.
How am I supposed to get there?
And if he does and it's like an Uber X, I'm not going.
I'm obsessed with you.
Like, this is the first date. You're supposed to be putting all your cards out on the table for me to look at.
No, because I don't think men want to take women out on dates anymore. Like, I feel like they don't want to take women out on dates. Their idea of like a date in some way is like saying, hey, like, let's meet at the bar. Let's like meet at the bar and like just have some drinks, you know, just meet me there. Let's like spend some time together. And it's not even a proper date. Like, that's what they will suggest 100%. Or better yet, if you are on Hinge, I'm so sorry, I'm like all out and about. I just got done working out. But anyways, even on Hinge, you will literally see like men like not want to go on dates with you. Like, I have matched with like so many people on Hinge, and the matter of like men, like the amount of men who do not want to pursue anything after like the first two messages is like really crazy. Like, there was no effort from them to like, or even any incentive to take you out on a date. It's just like they just want to match just to match, and they're not really there to be intentional. And mind you, am I being like super dead serious on finding somebody on Hinge? Not really. I'm just there to like kind of see like, hey, what's out there, you know, maybe to go on a date or two just to get to know somebody. Like, that'd be nice. But the problem is nobody is asking me out. Like, nobody's asking anybody out. Like, they're like, we're just 1 to 2 little sentences and it stops there. It stops. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what's going on, but I do engage with the conversation and it just dies. It's just like nothing. They don't care enough to like take you out. So honestly, I don't think men want to take out women anymore. I don't know what they expect. Well, it's definitely not dates, not romanticizing, or no romance anymore. It's wild out here.
Yesterday, I was asked by a complete stranger if I had a husband, and I said nope. And they said, oh, are you dating anyone? And I said, nope. And they followed up with, why not? And I don't usually get the follow-up question, but I'll tell you, TikTok, why I'm not dating or interested in dating at the current time. First of all, there are more and more MAGA crazy lunatics on the apps than I've ever seen in my years on the apps. 2, I keep getting hit on by 19-year-olds, okay? And while I would like to take that as a compliment in some fashion, I am the reality of myself. What? My situation is that I could be their mom. All right, and listen, if you cannot legally order an adult beverage at a bar or restaurant or anywhere, you are too young for me. That's just the truth, okay? So no, I do not want to date. I'm protecting my peace in my space that is mine. And that's my story for now.
What I'm hearing is a lot of females are actually angry about the fact the men that they're interested in are no longer putting in the effort to pursue them. They are no longer feeling like they are the prize. Because in their prime years, men would do anything just to get between their legs. Men would do anything just to speak to her. Men would do anything just to get her attention. By the time you hit your 30s, there's younger, more fitter, more feminine women that they rather pursue than an auntie that has already spun the block.
Wondering how a woman as stunning as you are, that is the object of so many men's desire, and you probably have the pick of the litter, which is another thing that they assume.
Wow.
Yeah, girl, I know.
It's not even my focus, and it never has been. My mother is an independent thinker. I've witnessed a divorce, between my parents. I've witnessed all kinds of things. My father is a very attractive man. I've witnessed a lot of things. And it's also not been a safe place in my mind as a little girl. So I've always thought a little different. The white wedding dress, I was very fearful of those things. So I looked elsewhere and probably escaped too much in my work and keep going. But also, I think being independent has forced me to show up for myself and obviously family, friends, and this operation, because I have a mission and I have a vision, but it requires me to be gone. And so that's also very, very much fear-filled, knowing that if I have to be gone 95% of the time and my work calls for me to travel, that must be intimidating. And I also can't show up properly for my significant other. But I'm also now spiritually aligned so much where I know that I'm surrounded by love everywhere I go, right? I'm not seeking. And I know that it will be granted to me in divine time. And I'm not worried about it because my life is full of love and it comes in so many different forms, not just one person. So I've had to recalibrate my brain and not, I think, govern my life off of this fantasy or illusion that we've all been indoctrinated by or taught by. But when you have a vision as well, and you're fighting for empowerment, and especially for your women coming up, if you plan to be a label and sign young girls, et cetera, and be their protector, it requires you to show up differently and also think differently. So it hasn't been a focal point for me. And this is what it looks like.
I gave the nice guy a chance, and he has been my biggest disappointment so far. Now, by nice guy, I mean the guy that I typically would not have given a chance. Now, this is a guy I, of course, met on Hinge, and the only reason I matched with him is because, well, one, I was feeling a little bit discouraged as it was, but I also noticed that he had liked me more than once. So now some reasons why I wouldn't have typically given this guy a chance. For one, he just wasn't my physical type. Two, he's 26, I'm 34, and those were the main two factors. So we match on Hinge, and he immediately messages me. And he's super conversational, super nice, using lots of emojis, seemingly very interested, giving me compliments, just being a really nice guy. And I was like, wow, okay. I still wasn't entirely sure because I wasn't really attracted to him. So I was being maybe a little bit short, but he was really fighting through that. And I appreciated it.
So right off the bat, she's making it clear, I would never in my life go for this man until I was in my 30s and realize I'm a single mom and have no options. Right off the bat, she calls this guy the nice guy, which is just another code for I'm not attracted to this guy. The nice guy actually has nothing to do with personality or characteristics. It's just a nicer way of saying I'm not attracted to this guy, whether it'll be the way he looks, whether it be the way he speaks, the way he dresses, or just his personality. Wherever it is, that is not the usual guy that she usually goes for, but clearly she's desperate. And when a female is not attracted to you and puts you in the nice guy category, she's always going to give a pushback. She's not going to be as receptive as a lot of men she was, like her baby dad. She was very receptive of him. And this one, she's not. So he's already putting in effort and she's making it known he's still pursuing me.
Told him at one point, I was like, you know what, I wasn't really sure about you, but you are really nice and I'm really enjoying our conversation and I appreciate that. Now, we met on Hinge and maybe 2 days later, he was asking me if I wanted to go on a date the following week. He asked me if I wanted to go get coffee the following Sunday. And I was like, yeah, sure. I love a man with a plan. Let's do it. Shortly after that, he asks me for my Instagram. We move the conversation over to Instagram and we talk for a few days there. And it was fine. He was super nice, super conversational, and everything was great. Let's fast forward to Tuesday. So Tuesday, he's talking about what he's having for dinner. It was super late, like maybe not super late, like 8:30. And he was like, oh, I ate dinner, but I want something else. And so I was like, oh yeah, like I don't know what I'm gonna make for dinner tomorrow. I don't have my kids. So I was telling him that Wednesday I don't have my kids. And I didn't really expect him to do much with that information. He was just like, yeah, well, dang, if I didn't have physical therapy and didn't have to work late and whatever, I would say, let's go eat. I was like, that's fine. So then Wednesday rolls around, we're texting just like normal, and he tells me, I have a proposition for you. What if I change around my physical therapy, I go earlier, and we can go to dinner? I'm like, wow, like that is so kind, so thoughtful, so intentional. Absolutely, let's do it. He says, do you want me to pick you up? I'm like, what? Chivalry is not dead. Let's do it. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. He's super nice. He's on time. He tells me he's made it to my house, whatever. I come out. He gets out of his car. He says, can I open the door for you? I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. Aside from the fact that he honestly looked better in his pictures, and again, you guys, I already wasn't like super physically attracted to him. So I was like, again, this is not someone that I would typically go for, and looked better online. We go to a restaurant that's very close, as a matter of fact, to my house. It's great. We have great conversation. Nothing ever feels awkward. Everything goes swimmingly well. He's so nice. He's so kind. He opens all the doors. He does all the things. He pays for the bill without hesitation. Literally could not have been better. It's just like what everybody wants in a date. The date ends. He takes me home and he reiterates and says, are we still going to coffee Sunday? I'm like, yeah, definitely. He's like, yeah, the coffee shop is super close to my house. I can show you like my neighborhood and all that stuff. I'm like, that sounds great. Okay. So we had plans for coffee for a full week. So we are still texting up that beyond that point. Everything is great, right? He texts me Saturday night, Saturday evening-ish. Mind you, he had gone golfing with his dad on Friday and his friends on Saturday. He texts me Saturday evening asking me if I can move up our coffee date to be earlier. He said he had to go to church at 8 and he had to go golfing with his friends at noon. That was never part of the plan. That was never mentioned to me. That was never brought up. That was never part of the plan. Now, I won't lie to you, this did not sit super well with me because it made me feel like out of all of his plans, I was the adjustable one. And I told him, no, I really can't do that. I had my reasons, but my biggest reason was just because I found it to be kind of rude. But also I have children and he knows that. He is fully aware that I have kids, okay?
This is what happens when a man is categorized as the nice guy. Because all of the efforts that he put in prior to the day that he wanted to change her plans didn't matter anymore. She's very entitled. The reason why I say she has a very entitled mentality is because she made it clear that she wasn't really interested in the beginning. So what that equates to, minimal effort, minimal conversations, minimal response. He has been carrying this whole entire interaction from the beginning. And now he wants to change the plans. It's a problem. It's very entitled. The man doesn't know you. The man only met you online and you clearly have responsibilities like a child. That's not on him. It's on you for failing your first relationships and now making this man pull teeth just to interact with you. It's not worth it.
Keep in mind, he's 26. He tells me, okay, like that's fine. Are you busy in the evening? I can take you to dinner instead. I'm like, great, that sounds wonderful. Let's do dinner instead. That's fine. So dinner's the plan. Sunday morning rolls around. I don't hear from him until probably like 10 a.m. when he tells me that he got so drunk with his friends the night before, he didn't go to church, he's about to go to the gym and then go golfing. Now, not only did I not like that, but he still hadn't confirmed a time or place for our date later that day. Again, that was probably the part that I didn't like the most. So I sent him a message and I'm just like, hey, like I love that you have hobbies and friends and all of that stuff, but I do have a little bit more like limited time than you. I just would appreciate if you would be a little bit more considerate of my time. I felt like you were kind of pushing our plans for plans that didn't exist before, and I just didn't really appreciate that. But if you are wanting to make solid plans for tonight, please let me know, okay? He took, I want to say 3 hours to respond to that. So he didn't respond to that message until probably 2:30 in the afternoon. So by this point in my mind, the date was not happening. I was going to cancel because I felt like I wasn't being considered. He responded and was like, you know what, I'm sorry, that is really my bad. I am so sorry to make you feel that way. That was not my purpose at all. And was very nice about it, but then was like, and I can't even go on the date tonight anyways, I have to cancel. I do have to backtrack a little bit because when we were on our date, we were talking about ghosting and how like once you save someone's number in your phone, typically they ghost you and get weird. And I was like, I'm not the ghosting type. I will never ghost you. If I'm not interested anymore, I will let you know. He's like, same, like I would never ghost someone. I would definitely never ghost you. So that was a conversation that we had. Guess what this man did? I'll give you one guess. He ghosted me. I never heard from him again. Texted him and was like, you know what? Like, you're a really nice guy. I think you'll make someone very happy one day. I'm a woman of my word. I said I would never ghost, blah, 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 blah. And I wish you all the best. Never heard back. If I'm being honest with you guys, the only thing I can think of that really makes logical sense is that he met up with his friends and they talked him out of it. They were like, you're 26. What are you doing? She's a 34-year-old mom. Get it together. And that's how the nice guy extremely, extremely, extremely disappointed me.
The nice guy didn't disappoint you. You disappointed yourself because you failed when you became a single mom and still dating in your 30s with a 26-year-old. Let's start there. The nice guy did what he was supposed to do, ghost you. The truth is, he just wanted to clap cheeks. He didn't want a relationship. He didn't even want it to go anywhere else other than the bedroom. She was so desperate, she couldn't be able to tell that this was not ever going to really be a committed relationship. It was just going to be another body on her roster and just that. But she will tell herself anything because she doesn't want to seem as if she's the one that got rejected. She really believes that that interaction was really going to lead anywhere.
Can someone tell me where you're all finding people to go on dates with? Because I like, where are you all finding people to go on multiple dates with? Even when I was on the dating apps, I think in the whole year I went on maybe a handful of dates. And I'm pretty sure I instigated those. I don't think they would have happened if I hadn't said, would you like to meet up in person and not to be a pen pal? But I've known people that in the 2 years that I've been single have dated multiple people, got married, got divorced, and now they're back to dating and they have found a boyfriend. So where are you getting these people where you're finding them and they're willing to settle down and date and then be with you? Because I don't think I'm coming across these people. Maybe I'm dating the wrong people. That could be an issue. That's something we don't need to unpack right now, but yeah. How have people had multiple breakups in the time that I haven't even had multiple dates?
Women don't hate men. They hate your behaviour. They hate the good morning beautiful texts sent to 3 different women. They hate the ego, the audacity and the selective incompetence. You forget how to communicate, you don't know how to clean, and you didn't realise disappearing for 8 hours looks suspicious. But you can remember football stats, group chat drama, and every woman who liked your story. It's not hatred, it's disgust at being gaslit for reacting to disrespect. Disgust at watching a grown man crumble when asked for accountability. Disgust at hearing, that's just how I am. Emotional immaturity is just a personality trait. And then you say women are too masculine now. She's tired of building men who came half finished. Tired of playing the therapist, the mother, the girlfriend, all at once. Tired of begging for the bare minimum from someone who swears he's a real man. You want soft? Then be safe. You want peace? Stop being unreliable. Women don't hate men. They hate lazy love, sloppy loyalty and egos dressed up as confidence. And if this triggered you, just sit with it, because it might not be the woman, it might be the mirror.
The harsh reality is modern day females are no longer worthy of the maximum effort that men want to put into them when it comes to looking for a wife. They're no longer deserving of what it means to be treated like a traditional wife. It just shows you that what they believe they qualify for, they actually don't. Because if you did, then you would have had it. You wouldn't be complaining about the ABC men who didn't give you what you believed you qualify for. It's just that simple. I mean, at 30, it should have already been your reality. But what is your reality is the failed situationships, the failed relationships, and the failed dates that never go anywhere.